next and what's the secret pop? The people down below, we all want to know how to play the game of life before we got to go. He looked at me and said, I've pondered long, listening to Mother Nature's song. And let me tell you, son, life ain't just for fun, but if you want to have a ball, here's how you get it done. You got to swing what you got to save your soul. Swing what you got for it gets old. When troubles get around, don't start in to frown. Just put on your dancing shoes and dance them out of town. The world is full of music, don't you know? Not just what is on your radio. So here's my answer, boy, for everlasting joy. Just swing what you got to save your soul. To save your soul. Swing what you got for it gets old. When troubles gather round, don't start in to frown. Just put on your dancing shoes and dance them out of town. The world is full of music, don't you know? Not just what is on your radio. So every gal and gate, come on, let's celebrate and swing what you got to save your soul. Save your soul.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is a beautiful Saturday night. I'm here to talk more about some of the Kiwi drama that's been going on and the some interesting developments that have been happening. Firstly, before I get into it, I want to show you some of the reactions because some friends of ours were tipped off about the stream. And to give a bit of context who these people are, the last stream I did was on the Kiwis and they're simping for Gothic Sushi by taking orders for her, doing favors for her, and just being so enamored by this e-thought just because she stood up for Vic. And everyone and all the same Kiwis wanted to shit on Gothic Sushi for getting them to dox people for her, but don't want to take accountability for the doxing themselves. Isn't that hypocritical of them? It's very, very interesting, isn't it? And Held, the guy who was the spider, if you didn't figure that already, he got mad at that, and we're gonna go into his reaction about that. But before I show you that, I want to show you how these guys respond to criticism. What it is that these guys go to or resort to once you say, hey guys, I'm going to do another live stream about this. Okay, let me just make sure I got the right window here, which I do not. Give me one quick second. Okay. There we go. Much better. Okay. Let's head over to that window. And let's take a look at this one person. Now, it's important to note another one of the players here in the sushi simping that occurred. His name was Junk Dog. And Junk Dog is Held's right-hand man, as far as I can tell. Maybe he's more like number 2, number 3, or maybe he's just waiting to throw him aside once it's convenient. You never can tell with this guy. He throws so many daggers in people's back that it's hard to tell exactly which side of the fence he's on at any given moment. But in their little private server that my secret agents are monitoring, this guy says, we need about me, because this is Junk Dog's account right here. We need a remix like this, but with clips of JMK for the next video. Just play the clip of him yelling, "Shut up," whenever he talks. Link him his thread. And then you have this guy linking the thread, which I redacted. Then Junk Dog went ahead, made this meme. He put my face on it, which is cute, but I'm not going to broadcast my face on the air. And then he said, and it says, and then it's whatever. Then he links this stream that's features me spurging out because, you know, when you have issues with a guy, you bring up shit from 4 or 5 years ago rather than just actually talk about the issue you have a problem with. But it gets better. This is Junk Dog here saying, I do have that vid of him getting ass blasted after I made that edit of his and K-Baldy's faces on those 2 naked dudes. Dude spent almost 2 hours trying to make it up to have some kind of deeper meaning when I just did it to make fun of the tard. Spirit hates JMK as well. I tell him Dick and Glenn will be making a vid about him soon. Should pique his interest. Now, people are free to make fun of me. It doesn't really bother me all that much. I don't really care. The thing that gets me though is, wait, I thought the Kiwis hated Spirit. Yeah, that's right. Didn't the Kiwis hate Spirit? Didn't Held himself dock Spirit in retaliation to Spirit trying to use people to go ahead and do gay and extort people and do other kinds of gay ops like that? Yeah, that's right. It's amazing how easily these people will throw away their principles the moment is convenient. And then they'll go ahead and recruit people that they think are the scum of the earth who do things that are shitty and awful just because it's convenient for them in the moment. And this guy's so mad, he's desperate to have a hate mob rally up against me. He goes on, though. He's not done yet. Reaching deep for that content has nothing to work with. Do your civic duty and leave a dislike to show your support. Huh. So here is Mockspot actively declaring that they want to dislike bomb the video that's making fun of them. That's right. That's what they're up to. They're so petty and mad that they can't stand people making fun of them. And then he says something else in the chat. And we can see that, hi guys, I know you're here. It's funny how that works. And then he adds, wasn't Sen making vids shit-talking JMK at one point, and now JMK is sucking him off for the sake of going after Kiwis? When did that happen? I shat on Sen on my stream where I read off the DMs between him and Jenks. Like, I mean, if you're gonna, I don't need Sen to make fun of you guys. You guys do a good enough job on your own. Continuing, LOL, Sen said at one point that JMK was one of the reasons this server was active, and now JMK is the only reason his garbage stream got so many viewers. No, that's not it. People tuned in because people are getting tired of the Kiwi shit. You guys condemn gay ops, but you actively engage in gay ops all the time. That's the thing. Like, you don't do this for the lulz. You don't do this as an archival site. You do it because you're mad at people on the internet and you want to use intimidation tactics to bully them off. He should thank us, Dean. We're giving him shit to work with. I do thank you. Yes, I do. You guys make this easy for me. It's hilarious how you do this. And by the way, this confirms that Dean is in bed with Held in his little clique. He still wonders why he has a thread on the farms and Nick doesn't. No, I don't. The reason Nick doesn't have a thread on the farms is because he plays ball with the Kiwis, he gets along with them, and he sucks up to null. It's that simple. I don't play ball with you guys. I go ahead and I call you out on your shit. I tell you it stinks. Nick Ricada sucks your cock, and you suck his cock in kind. It's a mutually beneficial relationship. And that's how that works. So there's no mystery as to why this is. It just proves the point that Kiwi Farms just wants to be this LARPy extortion racket where they go ahead and they dig up people's personal information in hopes it intimidates them as much as possible. Like, you guys just do this to yourselves. If you're mad at me for making fun of you, don't do stupid shit for me to make fun of you in the first place. But that's not all I have to talk about tonight. I want to talk about some other things that have been going on. Got some nice little links here. You know what? Let's get right into it. I have Held's DMs here, and we're going to go over them real quick. Because keep in mind that Held was given every opportunity to come on stream and address the points, the context that was missing. And you're going to see him here try to weasel and complain and try to get out of the things that he's doing. You'll see what I mean in a moment. Okay, so this is the DMs that between me and Held. By the way, I would not show these, but he said some really stupid shit that reveals his character. And at this point, fuck him. This is the live stream. He links it. He does a confuse emoji, which this shouldn't confuse him. On the first stream I did, was that I pointed out to Hell that I think he's garbage because he went ahead and while he was sucking me up for months, buttering that apple, going ahead, getting on my good side, it turns out the entire time he was involved in a gay op to have me dox on Kiwi Farms. He and a bunch of other people got together to go ahead and fuck with me. And this has been confirmed by Held's own words. And I'm going to show that. Give me a moment, just in case you missed out on last time. Because this point needs to be emphasized, because Held is going to play victim in these DMs, as you will see, but he has no right to play victim. If I'm not going to go ahead and say, if I'm going to go ahead and do a stream on someone, I rarely go ahead and reach out for contact against the subject I'm covering. Because people who are sketchy, get this, you won't believe it, but sketchy people who are suspect, who are shady, they lie. I know, it's a shocker. I know this might amaze many of you. But people who do shit to you, and then you go to them, might lie to you in kind to kind of damage control or soften the situation, so you don't actually respond back to the bullshit they're doing. And then that way they can gaslight you and put you in a position where you're not able to defend yourself. And that's why I went ahead and did the stream, as we will see. And furthermore, Held had every ability to go ahead and show all of his side of the story the entire time. Someone in the chat says JMK is perfect. No, that's fake news. Don't believe it. I'm not perfect. Anyone who says I'm perfect is full of shit. Don't listen to him. Right. And let me get that real quick, because he goes through like all the shit he really thinks of me over here. And then let's see. Have you read his thread, referring to the Kiwi Farms thread? And do you know with what kind of people he hanged around? I was following the thread's creation. I even helped to dig. He is someone you don't work with. Huh. That's funny then, Hell, that you were going ahead and being my best friend for months and months. That's really... I mean, maybe I'm just putting too flowery of a label on it. I always told Held and all the other people that he associated with that I'm not their friends, because I think that for me personally, friendship has to be with someone that you like really trust and know and are familiar with. You can't just be friends with just any stranger you meet on the internet. That's cringy. That's dumb. But this guy will smooth talk and butter people up and get on their good side just to gain their trust, just so they can use that trust against them later. So yeah, we know that Held likes to do gay ops in secret, and then he likes to go to the same people and say, hey, I'm not doing gay ops. What's the big deal, bro? So, to go back to the DMs, tell him to tune and find out. And I'm not going to read through every single thing here. I'll release the DMs at a later date. I know I say I do source and I don't put them in there, but this time we'll be sure to remember that after the stream, I'll link all the sources in the description so you can make up your own mind in case you feel I left out anything. Because unlike what people say, I don't try to leave out context. I try to get everything, but there's just so much information that I can possibly cover, and so much information people are willing to divulge, as we will see. I tell them it starts soon. This is the first bit of crocodile tears we have. LOL, you could have gotten me on stream, and I could have streamed more. You got it wrong. And I actually said when he sent me this on stream, and you can go back and listen to it, I said he could come on stream and defend himself. So from day one, or from the first time he brought this up, that he's not getting his side of the story, he's not getting context, it's just a lie. And for that matter, Held is in my server. Yes, that's right. Held is in my Discord server now. He was tagged in the first stream I did on this. And he didn't bother to respond or anything. He only responded while the stream was going. And I decided, hey, you want to come on and explain your side of the story. Because if Held is a victim here, if Held is being misconstrued to be a bad guy, which he's not, by the way, that's just complete bullshit, he can just come on here and defend himself. And he's not defending himself because I'm not trying to bait him into a trap. I'm not trying to take advantage of his bad speaking voice or anything like that. I want him here to give his side of the story and to show the full context that he says that he has that I'm leaving out. But I can't possibly show because he's withholding it. If that doesn't make any sense to you, it's because it doesn't. And he says, I'm not angry, but you could have told me beforehand and I could have shown you the full context. Like selling the parodies. It wasn't what happened. Like, man, next time let me know. Let's get that. Let's get that real quick. Because I don't want this to be forgotten and just brushed on the rug as like something I covered previously. Because we know here, I'll zoom in so you can see. This is Held's DMs with Gothic Sushi. Held says right here, hey Sushi, do you want to know who owns the parodies accounts? I mean all I Stand With Vic parodies. I also have receipts. We can make a private channel in your/Kayla's server with Kayla and a few others. Now, remember, Held has been somebody who has gone out of his way to defend the parodies, to go ahead and say that that's bullshit, that people are getting upset over parody accounts. He was on that side of the aisle. But here he is in these DMs saying the opposite. So there's either one of two possibilities here. Either Held is lying to me that he wasn't selling them out, which one possibility, or Held is telling me the truth, but he's lying to Sushi that he's going to sell them out. So either way, Held is just full of it. Like, what kind of liar does he want to be is the real question. And then we continue here. If it's all about really one big misunderstanding, I'd love to hear it. There's much more stuff what you got wrong. Doesn't specify what that is, but okay. It's rich coming from you, considering you thought my KF was a good intel / GG Revolt member. Really? And anyone who has any modicum of knowledge of how Anon boards work, you can't get a membership on a board. That's not at all how any of this works at all. Like, that's just a mistake on the thread that to this day, despite me pointing it out, they still haven't updated it. This is how Kiwis lie. They bullshit, they pretend things don't exist, and they just misconstrue their own reality. Like, I know what and here's the best part, and this is the whole reason why I'm showing this, and this is what prompted me to go ahead and show these DMs. Like, I know what I told to Sen looks like shit to you since I shit talked you. This is what I said, and it's true what I thought during that time. But I learned you better and see you different now. I think most CG people got some kind of damage from it. I don't even know. Sorry. Oh, GG. Sorry. I also should point out my DMs with Sen was never seen by someone else but me. That doesn't matter. You still said those things. If you were lying to Sen, then, well, okay, you lied to people to get on. You lied to get on Sen's good side. Congratulations, you're a piece of shit to Sen instead of being a piece of shit to me. I mean, I don't see what difference that makes. But more importantly, I never shown them to someone, and there's a reason he wasn't doxxed. Wait, what? There's a reason he wasn't. Why was there a reason he wasn't? What? Let's continue reading. What others Kiwis do to him is their doing, not mine. But with the stuff I post, I can't just say they shouldn't do it. That would be doppelmoral. I have no idea what word he means. I think he means bad or something like that. He's German, so forgive him. Like, if I wanted to see him doxxed, I would have done it. Sounds like a threat. Hello, it's not one. I just meant it like there's a reason he wasn't doxxed by me because I liked him. So the only reason Sen wasn't doxxed is because Held liked him. And the implication is by bringing up other Kiwis is only because he was on the Kiwis' good side. That's the only reason Sen hasn't been doxxed at this point. So this just confirms, ladies and gentlemen, that this is an extortion racket. If you don't work with the Kiwis, they will dox you. There's just no getting around that. And he continues. Or I should say, have no issue with him. That fits better. I stopped talking to him because I hate to diffuse drama. And I guess well, here you are, Held. By the way, you're doing a bad job of diffusing this drama. It's only making you look worse. I stopped talking to him because I hate to diffuse drama. And I guess I'm also not the best person to talk about this kind of stuff. I don't really have feelings for most stuff happening online. Bullshit. Like, you spend you spend all of your free time going ahead, investing yourself in this drama. You don't have no hard feelings towards this. That's not how that works. And as we'll see, it doesn't really get better for him. Did you like him as much as you liked Pods? Question mark. I still have no issue with Pods. Most of the others do. Oh, okay. Let's see how he really thinks of Pods, which is also in these DMs. Held, what's your strange relationship with Pods? He's a troll I work with, because as Kiwi, I can't make my hands dirty, and he kept the secrets I told him in secret. He also knows when he shouldn't troll or listen to me. See that? Held just used Pods as a tool that he could just dispose of once it became inconvenient. And maybe I'll cover more on that in a future stream, but for right now, just know that Held likes to use proxies for his own benefit. This confirms that right here. So anyone like going about memeing, Held is too stupid. He's too dumb to use basic common knowledge of trolling tactics to pull any gay ops or anything like that. Just know he admits it here. So there's no ambiguity about this. Exceptional Detective asks, who's Held? Held is a prominent Kiwi Farms member who has been behind the scenes in Weeb Wars, responsible for many, if not most of the doxing that goes on there. He's considered a high-level contributor, and he is very much relied upon. Okay, so where was I? I still have no issue with Pods. Most of the others do. This is also another thing that Held likes to do is blame shift. If he can go ahead and throw the onus of responsibility onto somebody else that he's associated with, he will do that. And that's why Kiwis work together, because we work as a collective. You can just shift that little responsibility ball to one person to the next person without having to actually own what actions you actually did when you were part of that group effort. That's a great way to stand up for someone. LOL, what should I do? If people don't feel comfy with him around, I have to do something. By the way, this guy is like the server owner for most of the servers he's in. He doesn't have to do anything. He can just say, yeah, if you don't like Pods, just deal with it. And I thought there wasn't really an issue with that. I thought that the people that Held likes to be around are all about the chaos and the fuckery and the bants and stuff like that. But apparently not. Apparently that is not the case. You should start a YouTube channel, Held. You have the same gift of rhetoric to deflect from the issue as any of them. Oof. Thanks, I guess. See ya. I hope you will donate to my broken mailbox GoFundMe. But yeah, next time ask for full context. Like, I got everything, and you could have asked me. Yeah, I'm sure I could trust you, Held, to give me the full context. By the way, I want to show something. A little quick note on that. Because there's no reason to believe that whatsoever. And the reason is, we go back to Gothic Sushi's thread over here. Firstly, this is Junk Dog. This is Gothic Sushi's docs. And he goes into the issue of the simps. The Gothic Sushi simps. Which, apparently, I'm a simp for calling them out. Which doesn't make... yeah, go figure that one out. I don't understand these people sometimes. I'll let you be the judge of that one. Let's see. Scroll down a bit. Go to the last part of the thread. Nope, not there. Those are the images. Conclusion. To wrap things up, This is just a small amount of the things that have been scrounged up over several months. I tried to add as many links and archives to what was posted, as Gothic Sushi has a tendency to try to refute any and all accusations thrown her way by saying that they are probably photoshopped, while bitching and complaining that people are bringing up old shit she's been involved in the past, even though she's constantly finds the time to do the same with others. I didn't include a link to the archive of the Discord channel from where the images all the way above came from, as there were many people in that channel that I'm sure don't want to be dragged into any bullshit, with the exception of Held, who has made it quite clear already he doesn't care, which obviously he does, because, by the way, the reason I'm not showing you those archives is because Held, being the disingenuous prick, didn't share them, despite the fact he's complaining I'm not sharing full context, despite the fact I invited him on, despite the fact I give him multiple opportunities to address his side of the story. And yeah, 6 heart emojis. No simping, guys. This isn't simping. This isn't simp-like behavior. An e-thought that worms her way into a community and basically gets people to do dirty tactics for her is the people who are doing those dirty tactics are not simping, guys, okay? There's no simping involved. Then, of course, let me get that link, because it's not here, unfortunately. Actually, no, it's here. Here we go. Remember, this Kiwi here called Held out on this. The simping was real, as is the regret. Milady was invited to the Discord where all the doxing is apparently done by the hardcore contingent of Kiwis and asked who they should go after. They gave her a thumbs up and hearts when she wanted help dealing with some other cosplay thought, spreading lies about her. The conversations are from October/November and weren't disclosed until April. If it was an attempt at entrapment, they wouldn't have waited that long. They liked her, and their private messages have aged about as well as she has. Yeah, this guy is 100% on point. He called it. He's not a complete idiot. He's able to see that, yeah, there was simping involved with this, and that's what they did. There's no way this was planned ahead of time. But here's Held. Does Held correct the record? Does Held go ahead and point and disclose the logs? No, he doesn't. This is what he says. There are a few things I should mention which are not in the original post, and maybe my involvement in all of this. When Sushi joined Kiwi Farms, I was a part of a group DM called Welcome Brigade. As the name suggests, we welcome new Kiwi Farms users. She was kind of confused when she joined, and one of us took it to the DMs. To be specific, username blah blah blah. Which, by the way, will correct something that someone pointed out in the chat last night. Someone pointed out that is a reasonable possibility that this person deleted their account because Kiwi Farms is an unsafe website, and in sometime in late 2019, all the personal information just got leaked by Null because he's an idiot. Whoops. So it's possible that instead of out of embarrassment he deleted the account, he deleted the account because his account was compromised by Josh's mismanagement. Through these DMs, we learned she was Gothic Sushi. She was later referred to MSpecs, blah, blah, blah. But there's nothing here. There's nothing here at all that discloses the logs. That Junk Dog, remember, Junk Dog hid the logs. He kept them away from the original post. And Held was thanked in the thread. They collaborated on this, and they collaborated on this post, and they decided not to release those logs. Yeah, that's what happened. So, let's continue. I'm not going to read this whole thing because this isn't this isn't some lame story time sort of shit. I'm not into it. I just want to give you the highlights and the emphasis. Although I might read through this just because there will be people that will complain that I'm leaving out context or whatever. So, let's see. Okay. What context is missing? There is no further context needed. If you believe so, which is true. This is all the available information I have, how can I be blamed for not having information that was deliberately withheld from a person I already don't trust and have good reason not to trust them? Held fired the first shot when he months and months and months ago decided to engage in a gay op against me. After I found out about that, any modicum of trust I had for the guy was gone. There is no reason to trust this guy whatsoever, and there's no reason to rely on this guy as a reliable source. Well, here's the thing, Held. We can play the game of the eternal context, but you deliberately withheld intel to begin with. You didn't ask for it, which, as we know, he withheld it. Why wasn't it in the thread to begin with? Or are you not referring to your and others' interactions with Sushi? Because I didn't write the OP. You could have added that in one of your many replies, and you never objected to what Junk Dog had wrote. And we both know you helped with that thread. Don't play coy with me. I also kind of busy. I don't have much time right now. Real life job is a pain. Maybe look back at your interaction with Sushi and redact those heart emojis. I didn't help at all. At least not the write-up. Like, I'm working all day right now and don't have much time. Cool. If you ever want to provide the exculpatory evidence that supposedly exonerates you, feel free to provide it. Otherwise, I have no reason to admit I did something wrong in saying your shit stinks. Which is true. I can go ahead and mock this guy and make fun of him and his little Kiwi hands all day. There's nothing I'm doing that's wrong here, no matter how much hell tries to guilt me. You can't claim I worked on it without proof. Like, how should I prove it when I never talked about it with him? Oh, now he's trying to deny it after, like, you know, he was thanked. Let me get the right one. After he was thanked right here in the thread. Smooth. Faggot, I know you're involved because you provide those screenshots and are the go-to guy for archiving Discord channels. You're not clever. I don't need a video camera inside your house showing you typing on your keyboard to know this. Also, if you didn't provide the intel, why did you say you did in the thread? These are months old, but I never helped on the thread. If he took them, it was his doing, not mine. I was talking about the creation of the thread, not that I'm involved at all. I have to go to work. See ya. That's the thing, Held. It was a group effort. I never said you were the editor of the Kiwi Farms piece. Just that you and Junk Dog and whoever else did your gay ops, like Kiwis always do, and then lie about it later. Because, yeah, they'll deny it, and then they'll go ahead and do it, and then deny it later on. This is the pattern of behavior. This is what makes them hypocrites. If you truly feel it was a service for me to have done the last stream without asking you for quote-unquote full context, first, I disagree. But I can offer you an opportunity to correct the record by having you on as a guest on the next stream I do tomorrow, which I can arrange to be at a time of your convenience. By the way, Held, you're more than welcome to come on this stream. You're more than welcome to hit me up and tell me what time a stream would be available to you for your benefit. That offer still stands. You can still, as of yet, show me the full context. And if you can, maybe I can say, oh, well, when you put it like that, yeah, I guess there was no simping involved. Sure. By the way, there seems to be a little bit of a debate about who is and isn't a simp. A simp is someone who will do something for a woman for no benefit. So, for example, if some e-thought who flashes her tits and, goes ahead, wears cosplay and, leads all these guys on and using her feminine willies, goes ahead and attracts a bunch of guys who are into autistic levels of digging and doxing people and doing other dirty and shady tactics, and they go ahead and they do it for her, that's simping as far as I'm concerned. If you have a guy who's on a live stream calling this behavior out and saying that those guys are simping for that woman, that guy's not a simp. He's calling them out. So there you go. And then he quotes, and then he tries to be clever here, but he's not. Held isn't very good at arguing, which you don't have to argue, Held. If you're right, all you have to do is drop the drop the logs. That's it. And I know you have them, or Junk Dog can drop them. Either way, it doesn't matter. All you have to do to exonerate yourself is do that. But you won't because you're withholding evidence. Because Kiwis are not interested in the full story. They're only interested in the parts that make them look good. That's the thing, Held. It was a group effort. I never said you were the editor of the KF piece, just that you and Junk Dog, blah, blah, blah. He quotes me there, and he quotes me again, and then he quotes me again saying, and we both know you helped with that thread. Don't play coy with me. Buddy, this is not how it works. If someone cites your YouTube video in a thread, does it make it so that you help them on the thread? And also, since when is it my gay ops? I'm not a fucking mastermind. Yeah, okay, buddy. Great way to pat yourself on the back. If you truly feel it, I mean, I never called them this, but okay. if you feel, okay, and then quotes me saying, if you truly feel it was just a service, blah, blah, blah. I do know if I have time since I'm kind of busy and wanted to visit my parents after work. X to doubt. So I don't really have time. I always thought you wanted the full context of things, like you said all the time. But you see what this faggot is doing? What this faggot is doing is saying that's my fault for not providing the full context on stream when I'm going off of his work, his evidence, that leaves out the full context to begin with. What a how disingenuous is that? Like, can you get any more below the belt than just making this kind of a lopsided argument? I always thought you wanted the full context of things, like you said all the time, but here in that very video you didn't. Oh yeah, I'm going to be so guilted by that. I'm literally in your DMs. You could have asked me. I mean, I asked you just here, right here, and then you proceeded to do the crocodile tears sort of routine that I'm supposed to feel sympathy for. So I get clever, and I get cleverer, and I point out what's really going on. And then I quote him here, buddy, this is not how this works. Someone says you do, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, I was talking about the creation of the thread, not that I'm involved at all. Why do you bullshit me, Held? Junk Dog wrote the body of the text of the thread. You and others provide the sources for the thread. In particular, you provide the screenshots for the Discord servers you were in with Gothic Sushi, in which you offered her favors, among other things. This is not independent people doing independent things, but the equivalent of a writer for a newspaper collaborating with a reporter to have a piece made. Then I quote him again. Then he says, then I quote him saying he's not a mastermind. That's funny. Well, since Kiwis love being coy with definitions of slang terms, but use them religiously regardless, I'm going to cite the only dictionary ballsy enough to nail the term down. Gay ops, a conspiracy executed by people who connect through social media to harass, dox, deplatform, etc., a person or group. You and Junk Dog and others got on Discord and worked together and doxed Gothic Sushi, just as you and others got together to dox me as well. You notice the pattern of behavior here, guys. Are you seeing that this is a case wherein they are actively doing the things they claim to hate? Are you actively seeing that this is not for the lulz? This is not like, oh, ho, ho, guys, it's for documentation purposes. No. All that's bullshit. It's a bullshit pretext given because Kiwis get mad at things that happen online and they want revenge. They want to intimidate people. They want to try to be bully boys to scare them off. Oh, by the way, Q, one of the people from, I believe, the Mockspot crew is threatening to deplatform me. Get fucked. You can report my channel all you like. This will be archived and backed up, and I'll re-upload it someplace else. So go ahead, do your best. It won't matter. Okay, continuing. Where was I? And then he said, and then I say, today is a bad day for you. Understandable. I am. I forgot. Let me start over. You and Junk Dog and others got on Discord and worked together and doxed Sushi, and you and others got together to dox me as well. And don't pat yourself on the back too hard with that mastermind label. It doesn't take a genius to do this. Today is a bad day for you. Understandable. I am not one to upset your personal life. We can set up at a later date. Just name it. Just want to be clear here. I offered Held to set this up at a later date. So if he wants to go ahead and lie to his friends that I'm not giving him a fair shake, that I'm just starting shit for the sake of it, then, I mean, he's just a liar. And he's just using his friends as a cudgel to get at me because he can't stand up for himself. I use as much context as I reasonably can in order to get as full of a picture and the picture of a situation available sources will allow me to do so without being undermined. Subjects of stories often lie, and subjects who have shown themselves to be extremely sketchy to me tend to lie besides that. How can I trust you on anything after all the shit that I showed on my last 2 streams? Furthermore, on the subject of context, when that other Kiwi called you and yours out for simp behavior, you didn't provide the missing context then. You simply gave your side of the story and asked everyone to just believe you without question. Why would it be the case that a non-Kiwi would come along and ask you for the logs you have kept in secrecy up until this point, and you would just dump them? We shouldn't expect that. We shouldn't expect Held, who is a liar, to go ahead and suddenly be honest about things. That's retarded. Furthermore, I said on stream and to you in these DMs that anything I may have missed or any context you personally may have to provide can be given to me so I can correct any mistakes I made. And I just want to be emphatic about this point. When it comes to me reporting stuff, I am not a perfect individual. I can make mistakes. I have admitted to mistakes in the past. I always try to be as accurate as I can. If I get something wrong, you can leave a comment in the description and I will read it and then I can update on the next stream. This is how this works. I've been consistent with this as much as I can to my ability to be so. I am not a dishonest person, regardless of how much you try to paint me as lying by omission here, and will gladly set things straight once I have a good opportunity to do so. And then I say to him, okay, here's the deal, my guy. I'm going to be revisiting this topic tonight with new info. With new info. If you want to give your side of the story, you can come on tonight as a guest, or in addition to that, you can give me all of the archives of the conversations you have had with Gothic Sushi you have saved. Regardless of what you decide to do, so long as you keep deliberately withholding evidence, I will go with all the available evidence I do have at my disposal, regardless of how many crocodile tears you shed in your vain attempts to guilt me. Okay, here's the deal, my boy. Don't pull a Keemstar on me. You don't make the deadlines. I do. I have better things to do. Oh, I just read that out loud. You don't make the deadlines. Held, you say you're not Held, why are you retarded? You say you're not a mastermind. You say you're not behind any gay ops, but then you say you're making all the deadlines. What the hell is this shit? That's just spurky as fuck. I have better things to do than to come onto your show and do your work. It's not about doing work. You came to me bitching that I lied about you without any basis for doing so. And when I say, oh, okay, if I got something wrong, come on stream, we can sort this out. He bitches out. What the fuck? Like having fun with family. Oh, like having fun with my family. Yeah, by the way, no. Big X to doubt on this one, I'm just saying. And then he links me some random nobody's channel, which apparently I'm supposed to be intimidated by that. I'm supposed to care about that. Look, if you have a YouTube channel, you don't particularly like me, more power to you. You can go ahead and make it. What does this faggot have anything to do with that? The success of that channel doesn't have anything to do with this guy. It has to do with the host and what they contribute. Unless, of course, unless that's not accurate. Unless Held is actively working with YouTubers to promote them in order to expand his influence. Which, by the way, that's obviously the case. But I'll let you make up your own mind. Maybe disagree with me on that. We can talk about that in a future stream. Oh, tragic. The crying Kiwi claims to be not to be a mastermind, yet will still use 2 drunks to damage control for him instead of fighting for his own battles. You sure sound like a mastermind to me, but smart play. I would have given up on Dean as well. At the very least, your new replacements are somewhat entertaining. And then he posts some memes. Like, look at this shit. It's just cringe. Like, he points himself as this kind of Fuhrer with a bunch of people surrounding him. Here's a better meme for you. Zoom in a little bit. That's what's really going on here. Mastermind. That's funny. And then he posts more memes of Spectre. And I say, hey, Papa, Mama, I would love to spend time with you, but I'm too busy shitposting DMs to massage my broken ego. Because he says that he's with his family. What is he doing? Does he have his phone out while he's visiting his parents and, desperately, looking for memes to dunk on me? Who does that? Just spend time with your family, man. I have no problem with you doing that. In fact, I even said, any time of your choosing, you can come on here. Of your choosing. Not mine, yours. And we can arrange and set something up like that. But he doesn't want to do that. He wants to play victim, and he wants to pretend that I'm pestering him while he's super busy with his real life. I don't know what to make of this. If he's telling me the truth, he's pathetic. But more than likely, he's just lying, which is also pathetic. I got a better offer for a show appearance. I actually want people to watch it. Held, if you went on with your weak German, broken English voice, people would actively leave the stream because of you. Nobody is going to come onto a stream because of you at all. Which maybe that's the favor you're doing to me. Like, you can come, like, sure. Maybe the reason you don't want to come on is because you don't want my numbers to tank even more. If so, well, I mean, I guess maybe that's it. I don't know. Huh, I thought you didn't care about gaining clout. Kiwis always lie. Which is true. He does care about clout. He's more concerned about clout than I am, as the logs will prove. If I want to tell my side, people should watch it and not having a stroke while someone is reading a pathetic attempt of story time in his live streams. Oh, okay, so you're going to tell your side of the story on your own. Or are you going to go ahead and have other people tell your side of the story for you because you're such a nasally speaker? I think that's it. I don't think this is about the truth at all. And besides that, if you go on to if you're upset with me getting something wrong, then the question does become, what is the issue here? Because isn't my audience still under the impression this is what happened instead of what actually happened, as allegedly the full logs will show? Or is it that you want the logs presented in a way that's damage controlled and makes it out to be that, oh, yeah, there wasn't any simping involved. We didn't do any favors for Gothic Sushi. This is all just a big mistake and misunderstanding. Is that it? I don't know. Sounds like kind of bullshit to me. I don't do story time. That's for gay retards. Yeah, that's true. It is. Reading on how Jinx wanted Sen to do a power move on her. Now that's comedy. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Buddy, this is pathetic. I do know what I did to hurt your boy pussy. What is this guy so fucking gay? What? Held, are you homosexual? I just gotta throw that out there. It seems to be like a bag of roast beef. Parents are probably yelling at you to come down and eat before your sauerkraut and wurst gets cold. Check my time zone, you faggot. You're German. Every hour is sauerkraut and wurst hour. It's not my fault that your culinary specialties are so one note. Oh no, you insulted my culture and hurt my feelings. Oh no, you insulted my culture and hurt my feelings. You suck at shit talking. Talking shit isn't my specialty, but you started thinking you could one-up me, borrowing cues from your friend, forgetting you are worse than I am, you idiot. Also, if the implication before about the time zone thing is that that's way past time for family hour, why is it you can't send over those receipts you've been threatening to show? Type faster, I haven't got all night. LOL, you are a pathetic Catholic, you disingenuous fuck. Yeah, I'm a dirty papist now. Oh no. Try shit-talking me on a live stream and then tell me to clear it up. Hey, Held, come on to this stream right now. I dare you. You think you can out-shit-talk me? Okay. Okay, buddy. Come on. I know you're awake. I'm gonna message you. But at this point, I don't need you on here. It's fine. I'm pretty sure that you are a fucking Keemstar. Oh, yeah. I'm so irrelevant that I now get comparisons to Keemstar. Guys, this guy does not how to banter. He doesn't. You clout-chasing mongoloid. Okay, we can do the live talk on an independent channel. Again, another offer to accommodate for Held's sensibilities. LOL, we don't play by your fucking rules, faggot. Then why should I or anyone else play by yours? Also, who's quote-unquote we? We, the agents of Held. Like, this guy is so full of himself. He's trying to do this thing where he memes away the criticism that he's doing these stupid LARPy gay ops. But he's just embracing them. So yes, thank you for confirming that you guys are a bunch of faggots who like to get together and do gay ops and do shitty things to people. And then he offers me to join a random Discord. You condescending clowns want to stand on some moral high ground that you contradict any chance you get. You accuse me of being a clout-chasing mongoloid. You want all the Kiwis to suck your cock, Mr. High Rank. I'm kind of disappointed that you are kind of pathetic, though. So next time, I hope you get a better challenge. What is a high rank, mein Freund? LOL, okay. My friend is shit-talking you in VC on Mockspot, and I don't have a beef with him, he's just a troll. Which, this is the thing that gets me. Why do I care that some random person on the internet is shit-talking me in another Discord? People do this all the fucking time. You go to a Discord, there's probably like someone mentioning John Kelly somewhere in there along the way. That's just how the internet is. I already have notoriety. So that some random moron is shit-talking me on another server is very, very weak bait. You gotta do better than that if you want me to get into your little circle jerk. Oh, really? He's short-talking you and Sen. It doesn't sound like no beef. Why is he bringing up... Sen has nothing to do with any of this shit. At all. Like, let's get real. This is just sad. He's always talking shit. He even tells you not to take him seriously. LOL, he's calling you out for making a video. And, again, he's a troll. That's what they do. LOL, he called you Sen's girlfriend. Yeah, that's a... Yeah, for long-time viewers of the channel, me being called someone else's girlfriend is a new insult I have never heard before. This is like... It's like poetry, it rhymes, I swear. What seems like to me here is that you can't actually stand up for yourself, and you are trying to bait me into a feud with a clown to embarrass me. It's too transparent to work. You really insult my intelligence with these My Little Pony tier pranks. I could shit talk you for all day in VC if you want to do that. Come on, stream, Held. Held, come on, boy. You can do it. Your balls can drop. You can come on here. Come on, stream, man. Invitations always open. Invitations always open for you for one door, just as the invitations open on another door for your good pal Spectre. But it's funny how Kiwis can't actually... It's funny how Kiwis will type the type, but actually can't, even talk the talk. Don't forget, Jesus frowns upon the gay, you weak faggot. Oh yeah, he's totally not mad, guys. Totally not mad here. Okay, call me now. I'm in Mockspot VC. See, he could easily call me now. There's no issue here. He could just go ahead, press the talk button, the call button on the DMs, and then we go ahead and hash it out. And my beef isn't with everyone in Mockspot. I can't even remember most of their names. And by the way, that's true. I don't think of you guys very much at all. Like, I don't know everyone in Mockspot. A lot of people bring up these names and characters, and I'm like, who the fuck is that guy? Who the fuck is this guy? It's so weird. It's so bizarre. Why can't you talk in front of everyone? Everyone has a right to hear it. Oh, I feel like I'm arguing with the liberalists at this point. Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, buddy. Yeah, everyone has a right to be privileged with my voice. And I have to go to your server and waste my time arguing against 7 different people who are going to bring up 80 different points that have nothing to do with what we're talking about here. This is sad. People actually listen, not like in your live streams. Like, see, this is what this guy's mindset is at. He's all about the numbers, all about the clout, all about getting attention. This is what this guy wants. Come to my Discord where there's a bunch of people there that will pay attention to us. Yeah, like, are you kidding me? Gonna read a comment by Caesar in chat. Is the Chad Nicrocada fears and mentions regularly, the guy whose chat y'all are crying in? No, this is not Nicrocada's shit. This is different. Although, here's the thing. Given how much Held likes to talk to E-celebs, which I'll also show at the end of this, it should also be asked if Held has been having any secret conversations with Nicrocada himself and doing his dirty work. That is speculative on my part. It's tinfoil hattery. This might be something you might hear on the scoop on Alex Jones, but it is a reasonable suspicion. And by the way, someone else mentioned about Held's personal army raid in the chat. Well, yeah, we know they're here because of the things that Junk Dog was saying. To go ahead and dislike the stream and show your support. And we know they're monitoring this. So yeah, that's what's going on. They want to play the numbers game. They want the numbers, the attention, the clout. That's what they crave. They want to be E-celebs so bad, but they're too pathetic to actually know how any of this works in a reasonable level. Some rando in the chat says, so the clout chaser is the guy who wants a voice chat and not the YouTuber. Here's the thing. Clout isn't just, how many views you get in a live stream. That's bullshit. Anyone who says that doesn't know what they're talking about. Clout is your ability to network and influence and gain the ears of other people. So yes, the guy who wants to go ahead and have a chat in a public Discord on a one-on-one over a matter that is between two people involving a whole bunch of people who have nothing to do with this is a clout chaser. That is correct. Been there, done that. Fool me once, shame on you, but fool me twice, ... No, actually, as snakes/rats do not have rights, but not... As snakes/rats do have rights, but not at my expense, LOL. I don't know about that. I'd say plenty of people were listening last night, you included, since you felt the need to DM me midstream, but refused to come on and let my audience have their right to hear from you, which logically would follow if you believe your audience has a right to hear from me at your personal convenience. You're afraid. Yeah. This guy is too much of a faggot to come on stream and talk to me. This guy is too much of a faggot to actually have a phone call, a one-on-one phone call with me. This guy is too much of a faggot to actually release the DM logs that I'm the one that's afraid. Guys, I don't know about you, but let's put this in objective terms. If someone will only talk to somebody when they have a half a dozen friends backing them up, then then who's the coward there? Is it the guy who wants a one-on-one chat, or is it the guy that needs his friends to play assist? Because that's what Held is about. He needs an assist in order to stand up for himself. He can't do it on his own. No, I'm not. I'm just not retarded. That has been your mistake since day one. Laugh my ass off, pussy. If I'm a pussy for not showing up in your gay VC, aren't you a pussy for not showing up on my stream? And what makes that worse is that unlike your crew, I wouldn't have a team ready to take up for me. Your stream is irrelevant. Well, if it's irrelevant, why are you here in my DMs bitching about it? Seriously. And your server is irrelevant. Okay, some big brain genius in the chat. His name's Dean, by the way. He says, Mockspot has a one-on-one channel. It doesn't matter, because Held specifically said that he wants everyone to hear it. So no, this is not come to Mockspot for a one-on-one conversation, you dolt. It's come to Mockspot so that way 7 other people can argue with you as you argue with me. So that's just a lie. Dean, you need to think more. You're really bad at this. And your server is irrelevant. Okay, fine. You can bring your girlfriend Sen. Sen's not going to waste his time with this shit, and he's not. He doesn't care about any of this shit. You guys just like bringing up irrelevant people to create a bigger trash fire and shit show, so that way the substantive issues don't get talked about. I know he's hitting your shit deeper. Wait, what? Again, in English this time. Oh, okay, I can read what you wrote now that you edit it to be coherent. The "you're gay" lovers card. Great insult. I never heard that one before. And again, as longtime viewers know, I've never, ever, ever, ever been called a faggot until Sen with his, Held with his big bad dunks who can quote unquote shit talk me all day in a voice chat, came up with it. Your morning breakfast is Sen's cock, faggot. I mean, I like calling a retard on the internet a faggot just as much as the next guy, but this is this guy's only insult. This is pathetic. This guy should not be banting. He is dumb. He's just bad at this. Dude, this is more the same as before. You need to mix it up a little. Why not say something? Why not say something that's actually true about me? Like how my last stream, the audio was out of sync, or maybe make fun of how I stuttered. Come on, man. Like, I'm helping him out here, and he doesn't take it. He doesn't take it, guys. He just goes ahead with more of the homosexual insults. He's just a one-note record. Could this guy really, if this guy was really here, I'll let you be the judge. Could this guy come on stream and really shit talk me all day? Just ask yourself that for like a second. Like you do with Sen, who's on top and who's the bottom. I don't need to make fun of your stutter. You do it to yourself. I think with the amount of accusations of homosexuality, I'm sensing a bit of projection. Do you cyber with Dickard or Junk Dog for clout? Also, what the fuck even is this? I don't need to make fun of your stutter. You do it yourself. Are you avoiding the stream because you would bring this this to the table? Yeesh. You are the Christian who needs to pray the gay away. See, he just goes back to that well. He can't get over it. Yes, good old-fashioned Christian bashing, stroking like a true leftist. I see no reason why you engage in such shallow pettiness as you do. You could either give me the logs that you came to me crying that I didn't show in the first place, or you could come on the stream and explain yourself, but you choose neither. You are the one starting shit with live streams about us, you fucking dunce. This guy's not mad, by the way. He's totally not mad. Which makes me raise my suspicions there is even more to do with this than what I already know. No, you backbit me and never thought I'd uncover that. LOL, this really is about a fucking DM I sent to Sen. You mad cunt, laughing my ass off. This was way before I even properly talked to you. Stay mad, faggot. Yeah, dude, I didn't know that you were involved with gay ops before that. Against me specifically. Like, you want to go ahead and write off you doxing me as no big deal, but you were involved with it. Okay, Dean's got more takes here. You're right for criticizing Hell, the guy who you've called a faggot 30 times for calling you homosexual insults. But Dean, you missed the point. I can call Held a faggot 100 more times at least before it becomes the majority of my insults against Held. I've called him a spider, a snake, a rat, a leftist, etc., so on and so forth. This guy just got one insult. You don't know how any of this works, Dean, just as always. Let's see. Which makes me raise my suspicions there is even more to this than what I already know. Okay. And also, he's trying to say this is just about a DM. No, it's about it's about you saying one thing to me and then going behind my back and saying other things to other people that contradict that. It's called being two-faced. It's not good to do. And on top of that, again, this fucker doxed me. I'm just pointing that out. Moving on. Properly, you were still smooth-talking me before then, like you did to others. You later sold us out even then. Give me a moment. Instead of talking to me and try to solve the issue, you went after me and made a fucking stream. Well, yeah, I made a fucking stream about you because I noticed that I could not trust you at all. Okay, someone in chat says, Hell just posted a screenshot of his DMs with Nick and Mockspot. No, we're not playing that game. If he wants to show that, he can come on here. Until then, I'm going to believe it's a shoop, and then he can come on here to show it himself. And also, here's the other thing about that. There's nothing stopping Hell from creating alt accounts and contacting e-celebs. These are just the ones that we know about. So no, that does not exonerate him in any way. Instead of talking to me and try to solve the issue, went after me and made a fucking stream. By the way, he could have come on stream. As I've just demonstrated here before, I've given him numerous invites. He was tipped off about the first stream. He complained about the second stream after he was tipped off about that as well. And he's still bitching that I'm not giving him a fair shake. No, I am. And you're still free to come on. We got a genius in the chat saying, Hell didn't dox you. Baphomet what? Oh, stenographer. And then stenographer doxed you, you lying snake. No, that's not true. He wasn't alone. Because he says here, because he wasn't alone in doing that. He assisted him. He had help. There was a group effort involved. There wasn't a single individual. Let's see. I was following the thread's creation. I even helped to dig. So we know this was not just one single lone individual. So no, I'm not lying. Where was I? You want to call me a liar after I show proof that what you said is untrue? Okay. Good on you. Again, that doesn't change the fact that he helped him with the research. He did dox me. End of story. Okay, so where was I? I'm not angry about the stream, but you want to take the moral high ground here after that move? Yup, because I'm right, and the proof I am correct is as bad as is correct. As bad as I may come off at times, and as much as you want to guilt me, the truth is you don't believe the conviction to hold. Because I'm right, and the proof I am correct is as bad as I am correct is in the pudding. As bad as I may have come off at times, and as much as you want to guilt me, the truth is you don't have the conviction to hold your own because you know your shame. Which is true, by the way. He does not have conviction. He cannot stand up for himself. That's why all his simps here in the chat are complaining about it. And we know they're here, thanks to Junk Dog, rallying the troops together, guys. So yeah. Moving on. 23 dislikes. I wonder why that is. Do your civic duty and leave a dislike to show your support. So people aren't actually disliking because of the quality of the stream, but because they're big mad and they want to make the stream look like as bad as possible. We are talking in VC. Join and settle this or stay mad, you coward. I'm done typing. You see that? We are talking in VC. Join and settle this. Not let's have a one-on-one conversation and work it out. Let's not actually go ahead and get to the bottom of this. But you have to come in my server with all my friends and go ahead and debate all of them and are going to bring up 80 different points. I offered you a spot on my stream. I offered you to talk over voice. You offered to invite me back to a Bloodsport server wherein several people who are only there to troll and dunk on others will back you. I'm the coward. How? He doesn't ever answer this, by the way, because he can't. I'm curious as to why you are a big broad E-German man like yourself cannot answer a simple question, Held. Cat got your tongue? He posts a gay meme. And he says, oh, okay, Held. I've seen this low-effort meme done better before by others. If you want to continue to act like a child because I made fun of you on a live stream, I'll just continue to make fun of you on future live streams. Which I will. Hey! And then he shows like this dumb nothing show, which nobody cares about. That's not true. I'm going to give him credit where it's due. People care about the show, but what the fuck does this have to do with Held? No, seriously, can someone please tell me the logic behind this? If someone can in the chat explain what this weird flex is Held's trying to do, am I supposed to be upset that someone is successful at a live stream? Because to me, I don't measure my self-worth by comparing myself to others. That I can do these streams and enjoy doing what I do is enough for me. And I respond with, hey, that's cool. NBA also got over 100 live viewers that same night. And there's a reason I bring up NBA. It's not because I particularly like NBA. We all know that he's made some really outrageous and spurgy comments about Nick Ricade and his family. But the point of that is that the internet's reputation on the internet is just so superficial and shallow. It's all about how you network, promote yourself, and come off to others. That it doesn't matter what the substantive issues are. That's the thing. I got it. And then I quote him saying this. I got a better offer for a show appearance. I actually want people to watch it. Did those 11 dislikes come from you crying that Crybaby Kelly made you sad? Or did they ultimately not want the German brat who can't stand being called out for his simpish behavior on? And then he shows, this is the part that weirds me out. On this screenshot here, there's 43 likes. But in this screenshot here, there's 37 likes. Is it possible that they're botting the likes? And if so, are they botting the dislikes? Is that why they got from 43 to 37? It's not like they all changed their mind. I mean, I'm speculating here. And here's the thing. There's a 411 views here. So this screenshot was taken later. And there was 273 views here. I don't know. That's just kind of weird to me. Maybe I'm looking way too much into that one. I'll let you come to your own decisions about that. But it's just weird to me about that. And I say, weren't there more likes before? Huh, guess those were fake. Also, fuck you, JMK. LOL, why are you taking this so personally? And then he links the channel. Funny, I was on a stream with nearly 50 live viewers just a couple of hours ago and already has almost as many views as that video made nearly a day ago. You need to do better, Held. You suck at this. Someone made that screenshot for me because mine isn't German. I didn't name it. Yeah, see that? Held doesn't have people doing things for him. What are you talking about? You're crazy. No, he has people doing shit for him all the time. Huh. Sounds like your lackeys are a big mad on your behalf, which is even more pathetic. And they ask for a link. I tell him to go find it. He says, also, it's their first live stream they ever made. Adorable. Baby's first live stream. Maybe in 6 more years, they'll have a whole 1,000 subs. And then he, like, quotes some numbers at me. And I say, okay, and? This is why, Cole, you disingenuous, you fuck. How is that disingenuous? There's nothing disingenuous about this. Exceptional Detective asks, is Hell trying to do gay ops in the chat? Yes, what he's doing is he's packing the audience full of his own supporters to make it, in order to go ahead and try to fuck with my head or some dumb shit like that. They're free to do that. It's fine by me. I know some of them got penalized for spamming or some dumb shit. I wasn't really paying attention to that. But they're free to go ahead and talk shit all they want. I can take it. It isn't disingenuous to point out that I was a bigger draw on a stream than your buddy. Also, how is that in any way reflective of you? I'd love to hear your explanation of that one. A bigger draw? Dick, my friend was on a show today with a peak of 98 live viewers. You are pathetic. Look at this guy measure people's worth based on how many live viewers they have. How cringy is that? Just look at this. This is pathetic, asinine behavior here. This guy only cares about people insofar as he can get attention. That's a lie, my guy. My secret agents told me there was barely more than 30 viewers. Also, again, not on their stream, you disingenuous fuck. This guy is so mad. This guy cannot get over the fact that I made fun of him on a live stream. He has to go on and on and on DMs instead of just talking to me like a normal human being. He has to act like a 50-year-old. Maybe Hell actually is 15. I don't know. And just say the most babyish shit. Laughing my ass off. So 98 viewers after the stream. My last 2 streams had nearly twice that. You're fucking retarded. Furthermore, what does Dickard's success have to do with your success? No, 98 live viewers at their peak. They were a guest on a show today, you fuck. This guy's mad. I don't care about his numbers. I don't do this shit for the numbers. That's your mistake. Your mistake is thinking that I do the stream for the numbers. I don't. That's what you guys do. You guys do it for the numbers. You guys want clout. You guys want to be successful. And here's the kicker to all this, by the way. There's nothing inherently wrong with wanting clout. I don't know if anyone told you this, but for you guys to want clout is not a sin on your part. If you guys want attention and you want to fill your egos up to the brim, why is that an issue? All these YouTubers do it and get publicity. Nick Reicada is the biggest clout-chasing faggot on the internet. Let's just face it. You don't give him shit for that. That's what he does. That's why he keeps on networking with E-Slubs, etc. Oh, so on his own, he's only able to get his 30-ish viewers. Big draw. Maybe they'd have more than 30 than that tiny figure if he wasn't there. But to the point, if Dickers is successful, good for him. What does that have to do with you? It doesn't. Or am I right that you're just using your friend as an attack dog after all? Which, by the way, as much as I disagree with this friend of his, I just have to say what Held is doing to his friend is shitty. What he's doing with his friend is he's using him as a cudgel to fight his own battles and riling him up and stirring the pot and getting him into a tiff with me because he can't just stand up for himself. That's what's going on here. And he's using all of his other friends in his circle for this purpose. I call him out on something instead of him being a man, being an adult, and coming to me and facing me directly. He goes ahead and he has to get a bunch of simps to do its work for him. How gay is that? Do I ever do that shit? No. But these guys will gladly do it because, again, they're all about that clout that they claim to not be about. LOL, laughing my ass off. You only got like 20 on your streams, laughing my ass off. You are not a big draw if Sen is pulling 50 live views with you, but Digger as a guest, the guy gets close to 100. Stop being a coward, Held. Fight your own battles. Maybe you're used to your lunch money being stolen from stolen at high school, but for once in your life, maybe you'll be able to man the fuck up. And again, your friends' numbers don't matter to me. Best of luck to him. No, you started shit talking first, without context. Fuck off, faggot. You're the one DMing me. What do you mean, fuck off? Furthermore, you did a gay op on me having me doxxed before we even met. So I'm supposed to give you the privilege of requesting for comment before mocking you? I doxed you? Oh, he's playing dumb, guys. Boys, he's playing dumb. We're supposed to believe this. You told Sen that. Wait, what did I told him? The Kiwi plays stupid when he knows he's been found out. I didn't dox you. And then I quote him saying that, and this is the interesting part, because he fucks up here in a big way. Have you read this? Why lie? And I quote him saying, I was following the thread's creation. I even have helped to dig. I helped to dig, not doxing you. You said yourself, Held, we don't release anything until it's complete. We being the Kiwis. Kiwi threads require a dox. You helped with this shit, and your coy responses and lies don't change that. And the Kiwis in the thread acknowledge this was a group effort in addition to your own acknowledgement. So do you think I am stupid? Or are you a worse liar than I thought? You were doxxed like at least twice. The only thing I did was looking at a few 4chan archives. That's why I wasn't mentioned as contributor. I posted literally only 2 links. Now it's gone to like, oh, I didn't post anything. I posted 4chan archives. There was only 2 links. And this guy can't get it right. Like, I'm pretty sure he means the 8chan links, which, by the way, contains the docs. But even then, that makes him a doxer because he's helping other people publish it to a wider audience, to a wider community. The only thing I did was looking for a few 4chan archives. That is not accurate. There's no 4chan archives in the thread, Held. Yeah, because they were not important. Oh, they weren't? Can you show me those archives? I have to see if I can find them. Why can't he just show them? Like, this faggot archives everything. Why doesn't he have it? Well, if you ask me, it seems like you admitted something to someone else you would have never admitted to me. So now you are damage controlling the situation. Furthermore, if you are trying to argue, LOL, I didn't dox you, someone else posted that, you still engage in the gay ops against me, which means you are not only untrustworthy to me, but also you lose the privilege of being asked for comment when it comes to talking about you on a stream. Just to put this into context, if someone went ahead, worked together with other people to have you doxxed and made a thread, is Held going on air? He's too much of a pussy to come on here and actually defend himself. So no, he's not. Unless, of course, he comes around and says, yeah, I'd like to come on stream. In which case, the door is always open. I would love to hear his side of the story on here and get him on. Because but to get back to the point I was making before, if a bunch of people get together, make a thread trying to paint you in the most negative light possible, smear your name, put a bunch of lies about you, like you be involved with harassing groups and you be involved with like terrorists or whatever, and all other kinds of shit that's just not accurate and out of date, and other lies that I haven't got into yet, but I will, then you have to ask yourself, is this a trustworthy person? Is this someone you can just go ahead and request for context, for the full context, quote unquote? Context that he would not give to people that he himself supposedly trusts more so than myself? Does that make any sense to any of you? No. Someone in chat says, come into mock spot, pussy, instead of crying in text DMs like a thirsty boy. I don't have an issue with you guys. You guys want to troll and make memes and do other gay shit together? Go ahead. That's none of my business. My issue is with specific Kiwis in their involvement with specific things. Not with you guys doing whatever it is you do. I don't care. Furthermore, you were alerted to both streams ahead of time. I would have had you on either of them, and you could have provided whatever missing context then and there, even if you don't deserve it. On the second stream, when you pestered me about the very issue I invited you on, Did you take my generous offer? No. Instead, you ran away to recruit others in a whisper campaign against me to paint yourself as the victim. You stream when I'm asleep normally. And no, I won't be discussing your issues with me with your friends. That's gay as fuck. If I did the same thing, those very same friends of yours would mock me for that, and rightfully so. Which is why I also offered you a stream at your convenience, a private call. Give me any missing evidence I lack. And you chose none of these options. It's the issue with you. It's the issue you got with them, not me. Let me see. Junk Dog, I already sent a friend request because, yes, I did reach out to Junk Dog because Held is here complaining I don't have the logs and stuff like that. The only other person who has the logs is Junk Dog. And he's been even more uncooperative in talking than Held has, since he is relevant to this. And then he shows an image of a shoop containing my face, which I'm not going to show on stream. And I say, what's the problem here? It's a joke and a good shoop. Yeah, it was like the first good shoop that I've seen making fun of me in a while, to the person's credit. You shit-talked his memes. Okay, and? Let's read that again. You shit-talked his... Why is this guy complaining that I shit-talked his memes? Why is he standing up? Like, I don't get this. Was his friend's feelings hurt? Was he devastated? Come on, man. Like, you gotta grow up. Get over it. Not everyone's gonna find your shit funny. Nothing, LOL. Is he entitled to have his ass kissed? And why didn't they come to me instead of you DMing me about their problems? This is a very good point. Why don't these people, if they really have a problem with me, if any of the people that were mentioned on this stream other than Held and anyone else involved with the little mock spot crew or anyone else out there had an issue with me personally, why can't they contact me? Can anyone riddle me this? Anyone? Join VC Mock Spot and talk. If you don't want that, we can have a call in the group DM. Why do your friends have to get involved in an issue between you and me? They can't DM you if they're not your friends. Did they send a friend request? And Junk Dog never accepted mine. So it seems to me that you need a backup crew to fight your own battle for you. Why should he? LOL. And I'm not doing this 7-on-1 shit. You laugh, but it's true. You can't speak for yourself unless you have your friends there to back you up. Prove me wrong, Held. You seem lively now, so give me a call. I don't do... And this is the money shot right here. This is my favorite one of all. I don't do a fucking debate with a guy who is a way better English speaker alone for the fact that he's a native English speaker. I don't give you a call at 4 a.m. I get robbed in the streets, man. This guy is pathetic. Like, I respond with, so now it's a debate. LOL. I said a call so we can talk. If this is really a matter of I lacked proper context and the real fault here was me not asking your permission to cover this topic without your insight first, then you could more than easily point out all the shit I got wrong. Which is true, by the way. This is 100% on the money. And then I quote something I was said in the little group chat that I set up, which I wasn't going to fall for that bait either. And this is Held's little friend that he keeps mentioning and bringing up to try to piss me off because apparently if, I don't know why, it's not relevant. He's not relevant to any of this. Honestly, it's pathetic. Vizorium can't even defend yourself without your gay friends to back you up. Laughing my ass off, even your friend agrees what you are doing is a bitch move. When your balls finally drop, hit me up. I'll be doing another stream in the near future, and I'd love for you to provide the evidence that you are deliberately withholding. So yeah, this is Held's comments. This is even like, here's the thing. I know this guy, this friend of his, would never admit to this, but he just called him out because this is exactly his behavior. I'm willing to talk to Held still. Hell, since Junk Dog's involved, you can make it a 2-on-1. I'll gladly go up against Held and Junk Dog at the same time. Bring the both on. In fact, any other Kiwi that I have specifically named in the stream is invited on to give their side of the story just in case I misconstrued anything. It is fine. And I think I'll show a few more goodies before I end the stream. Let me just go over some points now I'll go over those at the end of the stream. But there are a couple more goodies I want to show. By the way, Dean in chat says that Held used him. Well, I'm going to show you some screenshots I got. And maybe you'll find out that that's actually a little bit more true than you think. Let's get that on. All right. Okay, give me a quick second. Just want that chat up. Here's Held. This is Crow. Hello. And for those who don't know, Crow is a YouTuber that is friends with Gothic Sushi. Dean and Crow had a falling out over some stuff that I'm not familiar with. It's some family issues that bled over the internet, stuff like that. But Held is supposedly Dean's big guy, but I don't know based on these DMs. Hello, I'm the owner of MoxSpot. It has been brought to my attention that Dean is your brother and he's in my server. Additionally, I heard a few rumors about him. Can you tell me more about them? Because if there's any merit to them, I might consider to ban him. Sorry, I'm unsure what MoxSpot even is. It's just a Discord server I made 2 weeks ago. ... Okay, look, most of what stuff that is personal, so I don't really want to get into it with someone I don't know who's running a mystery Discord server. Too long didn't read is that things were said, things went too far, and ultimately trust was betrayed. However, he's not a bad person, just unaware and takes things personally. If you invited him into your server, then just leave him there. You can monitor what's being said, and if you feel he crossed the line, then do something. I have no clue what rumors are being spread, and personally not going to engage in that kind of junk. It's not a mystery server. You can have an invite. I heard something about parody accounts. What has he done? That's a little funny with that date there at the timing, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that was around. That was a little before he decided to tip off Sushi about them. And by the way, people are saying this is out of context. Okay, go ahead. Feel free to leave a comment and point out the context is missing. Which, by the way, none of these guys are going to do because they're too chicken shit to actually do it. Crow says, unsure, wasn't involved when it happened. I just know he's responsible for the fallout. After the fact, and from what I saw, it seemed like a disagreement between friends that he took too far and then got personal. I'll join, but I'm not very active. Regardless if he's not misbehaving, I don't see why you would want to ban him. Okay, I just wanted to know what all the people were talking about when they mentioned him in the parody accounts, but looks like personal drama than anything else. Thank you for telling me, but you know. You're good. No disrespect, but going to head off. I'm scripting and recording audio before bed and need to get back to focusing on this. Have a good night. All right, thanks, you too. So Hell did take this investigation into the parody account seriously. Firstly, that's what we can tell. And in addition to that, Dean, watch your back. Because this guy, this motherfucker, was going ahead, willing to throw you under the bus based on hearsay. And you're just supposed to trust him now. Yeah, because he only threw a knife in Sen's back, threw a knife in my back, threw a knife in Gothic Sushi's back, etc. And Dean says, dude, John is giving all the context. What more context do you need? Dean, you're a pussy. You went on stream with the Crows. You got blown out. You stuttered and stammered after you got called on your shit. And you can't defend yourself. And by the way, even though you are personally not a Kiwi, as far as I know, you're still invited on the stream to defend yourself if you feel I'm leaving out context. Because I know you're an objective journalist and wouldn't be engaging gay apps yourself. Okay. So in addition to that, I have one more set of DMs to share. And then I can make some final points. Here is Held's DMs with Kayla, another Crow. Wow. It's almost like Held goes around buttering up to various different people. YouTubers, all these people YouTubers, and tries to get on their good side. Huh. Wow. Amazing. Smug Free is a good, fair comment. JMK calling others out for stuttering. Yeah, that is pretty funny, hilarious for me to say. What makes it especially funny is that Dean stutters worse than I do. Just think about that for a second. I'm a bad stutterer. But Dean He stutters like every single other word. In any event, Held here says, and this is DMs with Kayla, another member of the Crow crew, another friend of Gothic Sushi's. And remember, she was brought up before, not there, but here, when Held was going to sell out the parody accounts, or when he was lying to Sushi to sell them out, whichever version of the story you want to go with. Dean is a likable guy, though. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the sand nigger who just goes on about, like, you know, on his live streams doing his expose videos with, oh, today we're going to call out Tug, and today Tug lied for money. Nobody ever knew this until I pointed it out, and here's other things Tug did. Get real. There's a reason he's not coming on this stream, and it's not because I called him an N-word. It's because he's too much of a pussy to do it. So I'm not going to read the entirety of these DDMs because I go on to minutia. I'll have a link to these in the description when I'm done, but I'm going to read up to a certain point, and once I stop at that point, you'll know why. Do you want to read the group DM? I know you love drama. Not really. Like, this is normal, Marco. Like, it's normal for a number of people I've known. I try to be understanding. Yeah, he just got butthurt for me asking questions. He doesn't know who I am. But I want always the truth. And he tried to be cool and smug for leaving the chat after insulting me. I don't like shit like that. And so even I move out of my role and become a annoyed Kiwi. Send me a friend request and you can see how he got mad out of nowhere after I proved him wrong. Shows the Kiwi little avatar. He has Asperger's. Like, I know I've never seen an excuse, but I've never seen this before, so I trust you. You know, I love drama like anybody else, but I like Gothic Sushi. Oh, yeah, didn't stab Gothic Sushi in the back. Okay. So I didn't want to cause drama, and we went to DMs, but he thought he could just fuck with me. So I showed him to make himself into an ass. Do you want to read what he wrote? I don't find it necessary to show me. Obviously, the conversation didn't go well. Yeah, but Marco didn't show the DMs he wanted to show. I'm not like that. I don't lie. He knew he had nothing. That's why he hasn't posted screenshots. From what I know, yeah, it seemed very opinion-based from what he was saying. Like it was probably just DM gossip or whatever. He just got butthurt, that's all. Joker Pie blocked me, laughing my ass off. Sushi blocks people all the time, and it probably just means he wouldn't want to converse with you anyway, so less drama. He called me immature, just because I don't share the same sentiment as him. Sounds immature to me. But whatever, everybody saw how butthurt Marco got, so my job is done. Play stupid games, you know the deal. I hope it was at least entertaining, or you. I didn't see much harm in any of it. Normal Marco behavior, but he can be reasoned with. I don't intentionally try to bother people, but it ends up happening when I'm not, quote unquote, on the same side. Heart emoji, all. That's cute. Like, people tend to like me when I'm with them, but when I'm against them, oh, sure, I'm a Kiwi. I know the feeling. And Kayla says, I'm talking to a bird? How do you type? And he posts a Kiwi avatar. I have hands. Magic hands? Yes. I don't see hands. Oh, do you type with toes? Feet are weird. I can type with the toes, but I prefer to use my Kiwi hands. Green Kiwis are pretty good evolved. What? What? I'm going to read that again. I can type with the toes, but I prefer to use my Kiwi hands. Green Kiwis are pretty good evolved. What kind of weird furry shit is that exactly? Like, I know that Held isn't actually a furry, but my gosh, this sounds like the beginning of a furry RP or some dumb shit like that. I don't know. Maybe Held's a furry, maybe he's not. I'll leave that to you, to your speculative minds, but that is just so cringy to read that. I had to share it, just for that reason. But I should go to bed now. It's rather late in German land, although I don't have university because of Corona. Guten Nacht. I don't know. He's a weird German dude sometimes. I'm just saying. But in any event, by the way, if Held wants to marry himself to Dean, I'm cool with that as well. It just shows the soup that Dean swims in at the end of the day. All right. Okay, I think that's enough reading DMs for one night. I just gotta go over a few points. Oh, hang on. There's only a few more points I want to show that are relevant. Let me show this one. Now, this is something that is relevant to bring up, and it's why do Kiwis dox people? Now, as we've discussed before, we need to know why it is they have these modes, because they say it's for documentation purposes, they say it's for archival purposes, they say it's for a number of different things. But would Kiwis be so pathetic to dox someone because they disagree with them over something on the internet? Why, yes. And I stumbled across this post here where Held, that's his account, by the way, goes ahead and says, Sally, I couldn't prove you wrong, but someone else did. And it links here to a Kiwi Farms post, which, let me get that. See. Copy that. Post it here. A Kiwi Farms post by somebody else, Damien, the moderator for the Weebwar's subforum. Now, isn't that interesting? Wow. So this guy had a disagreement. I'll just read off a bit of this. What are you talking about? If I want to prove that someone is lying, What are you talking about? If I want to prove that someone is lying, I need to do research. You all should have. Are you dumb? I literally just use Google. If I could find you with Google, everyone can. You had to have used far more than just Google, dude. This person has never said, hi, my name is insert real name here. You had to have wasted a good chunk of effort over what exactly? A small hunch? That's wasted resources. And then he goes ahead, does his Google search, and what do you know? He posts his docs on the internet. All because he disagreed with them on the internet. And the funny thing is that this isn't Held doing the doxing, it's Damien. So yes, these Kiwis will work, and again, Damien is a moderator for the Weebwar's subforum. Yeah, these Kiwis do gay ops all the time. Just like, and they'll dox people for the pettiest of reasons, just as Junk Dog, who got so mad he called for people to dislike the stream even before it went live, will dox people just because he disagrees with them. And this is him doxing the quote-unquote Gothic sushi simps, which are the people who are generally supportive of Gothic sushi, which that is the pettiest reason to dox them I can think of. You just disagree with them, so you're going to dox them, or you lose an argument to them? How petty is that at the end of the day? When you get down to it, what this is really all about is that we have the Grandmaster of the, we have a Kiwi Farms Grandmaster going to me and saying, okay, so some guy in the chat says this is the most disingenuous take yet, flat out lying. I'm not lying. You can go look. You can go ahead and look into it yourself. That's the reason he was doxxed. That's it. There was no other reason than that. If you want to say that was a particular point he disagreed with, it was something over the way that the pedophile Rookie was handled, wherein apparently KC had a different opinion than them, and they found that as a good reason to dox him. You can say that, but it's still because they disagree with him over the internet. So, no, you're wrong. Sorry. And the thing is, we have a Kiwi Farms, like a upper-level Kiwi farmer who got clout off the Kiwis by doxing, like, people and getting research and doing gay ops all the time for them, going ahead, trying to come up to me as I showed in the conversation and buttering me up and smooth talking me. And when he saw that wasn't going to go anywhere, he went ahead. He was reduced to name calling, trying to shit talk me, making vague, empty threats, threatening to dox some other guy that's not me over this shit. Which, yeah, he did that. And he's going to go and he's just so desperate, and he's doing these desperate little ploys where he's going to his hole, getting all his friends to try to own me and get me triggered. Which, okay, great. That doesn't change any of the shit I've said about you at all. And it doesn't change the fact that for as much as you want to call me a liar, when I give you an honest opportunity to come on here and give your side of the story, or I give you other ways you can tell your side of the story, and you reject every single one of them forthright, that just makes you wrong. Sorry, dude. None of that changes. You did all this shit I accuse you of. I showed evidence that you did all this shit. So yeah. You are just, you're a piece of shit. What more can I say? There's a reason why I didn't go to you in the first place. And and it should be very, very clear why I don't trust this guy. Rando in the chat says, if you get 1,000 Kiwi bucks, you can cash them in to get a woman and pay attention to you. Lol. No, you can get a woman pay attention to you with your Kiwi bucks by just flat out simping for him, as we saw in the case of Gothic Sushi. So, yeah. Any event, I think that covers everything for tonight. Man, it's always the furries, isn't it? I'm just saying, it's always the fur fags that ruin everything on the internet. Other than that, I hope you all found this entertaining. Hope you all found this enlightening. And I'm going to bid you adieu and have a good night.